Hello and welcome to Last Time On. This is the podcast where we pick a television show that none of us have seen, jump around, watch some episodes, try to figure out what happened last time on. I'm Jafar.
I am Ben.
I'm Victor, and you're listening to the only podcast on the internet that is at least 90% made not using AI these days.
AI doesn't know
correct,
enough
Victor.
about Viper.
Thank you for pointing that out.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Just the one. It's always just the one.
11.
How
How about I turn this off? Stupid whiteout survival pop-up ad. Go away. Okay, there we go. Good. Sorry. We're good.
Who's editing this one? Anyways, so we just finished up watching the 1990s car action show Viper.
The greatest
And-
show about a supercar.
Better than Knight Rider, Ben?
Yes.
I haven't seen Knight Rider, so
It stars the Hoff, man. Like, as famous as he was never a good actor.
Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag. So.
anyways, so as is our tradition here, we get through the show, we watch the finale, we then do a recap episode, which is what you're listening to right now, and then we go back and watch one more episode with context.
The Great
So-
Viper recap.
Today, the Great Viper recap. We're here to learn what happened in the show. Ben put together our recap today, so he's going to be guiding us through Viper, and you'll hear us asking questions about it. These are related to predictions that we made over the course of the show, or us being smartasses.
Yeah.
But we made a bunch of predictions. We're trying to score points to see who gets to pick our next show. So at the end of this episode, we'll find out who won, and then they will announce what we're watching next.
So how extensive is your, in the past, our recaps have been pretty long. How
Well,
exhaustive
Victor,
is this gonna
let me
be?
get into that, because when it comes to Viper... Thank you, Jafar. Thank you for tssanding me.
I don't know
Episode
how that
title.
you can make that a title, but
And
So clearly whoever worked on the Viper Wikia page really was a fan of Joe.
really,
And then as
Okay.
soon as Tom shows up, nothing. And so if you look at the wiki, not a whole lot of information. The Viper Wikipedia page, not a ton of information. If you look at the list of Viper episodes, there are 12 episodes in season 1.
yeah.
10 of them have plot synopsis pages.
wait, the show
After-
got canceled in season 1?
It got canceled
It
in
did,
season
and it
1
got
and then
resurrected.
moved to Paramount for first run syndication.
There's a pretty good YouTube recap video I found. Not a recap, but like this tragedy of Viper or some shit like that. Apparently, Dodge had a lot of stake in this TV show. They were really hoping it would boost their sales.
I'm
Anyway,
not surprised.
go on, Ben.
So I'm just going to easy underhanded pitch question. After the first short season, 12 episodes, we go into 22 episode seasons for seasons 2, 3, and 4. So that's 66 more episodes. Over or under 10 episodes with their own distinct page on the Viper Wiki.
Oh, under.
Definitely under. Yeah.
There is one.
Are they finales? The
The
finale?
season 2 finale and the season 4 premiere, because the person who made this wiki only cares about Joe Astor. And so when Joe Astor came back, they're like, ooh, yeah, kicking more stuff in. The Thomas Cole page for the character information is just like, he appeared in seasons 2 and 3. They did not write a single thing about it.
I was not a fan of the Tom era myself of Viper.
And
I
so they
definitely
were.
preferred the first and the.
I want to meet this wiki creator who clearly abandoned this project. So
Oh, yeah, fuck this.
I have some information, as much as I was able to glean, going from our very rudimentary season recaps, and then on just our standard Google search, I do get all of the episode names and about a line.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Well, I'm asking because I have a quick 5 to 7 minute game that we could play to start out with if we have time. But if it's going to take too long,
it
'cause I
will
know we
not
gotta-
take long to do my summary.
Okay. I have a quick game for you, for the two of you.
All right.
It's I should have come up with a witty name for this, but it's Ben, Jafar. You two have known each other for quite some time, right?
Nigh on 20 years.
Okay, so let's see, Jafar. Let's see if you know Ben better than an AI app knows Ben.
Oh, my.
So this is a mind reading app I have. It's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's based on 20 questions. Ben, I want you just to think of a person, a character, can be real or fictional, right?
All
And
right.
I'm going to ask you some yes or no questions. And here's how this is going to work. Jafar, if you can guess what character it is before my AI app can guess it, then you win.
Okay.
But if you guess and it's wrong, then you can't guess again until the app guesses. So
Okay.
here we go. All right. So you have your fictional or real character, Ben.
I don't know how smart this is.
It's
A picture-
shockingly accurate. I've played this with other people, and they're like, "What the hell, dude? It's like
I wouldn't
ESPN."
pick like a minor character from a movie that hasn't been on TV in 20 years.
Be surprised.
See, I was thinking I'm not gonna do it now, but I was gonna go with Boo from D&D.
Yeah,
Minsk's,
that's
miniature giant space hamster.
From Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
the original Baldur's
Spelljammer.
Gate.
Yeah.
Go for the eyes, Boo.
Yep. I was just like, but I'm like, there's no way this thing
Oh.
will know Boo.
No, dude, it's scary how exhaustive its knowledge is.
Okay. But then I just also have to wonder, like, what questions is it going to be asking me, and do I know?
literally,
Just fucking
You
picked a
pick one.
game that will break me. This is my
Oh,
cheating. All right. Okay, I got it.
All right, first question.
You got it. Wait, I want to get a guess in before any questions are asked.
Really? Okay, well, you forfeit your guesses for the rest of the thing if you do.
I get to guess again after the I guesses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so I'm going to say it's going to be wrong the first time. Does it guess often, I guess?
guess after it depends on the answers, but usually after 10 questions, it'll have a guess.
Oh, so it's particular. It's not just
Yeah.
throwing out guesses.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
maximum of 20.
Okay.
Sometimes 25 guesses.
Okay, I'll text it to you real quick.
Okay.
And if I'm right, I want a bonus point.
All right, that's fair. Okay,
All
question number 1. Is your character a female?
Female? No.
Female. No. Okay. Does your character have human skin?
Yes.
I just got Jafar's text. Okay.
Yep.
Does your character personally know you?
No.
Is your character a famous YouTuber?
No.
Does your character have a number on their shirt?
No.
Is your character real?
Yes.
Does your character create music?
Yes.
Is your character dead?
No.
Ooh. Is your character
Oh.
black?
No.
Does your character live in South Korea?
No.
Yeah, so it's got this progress bar here, and then currently it's at about 15%. It has a 15%. Is your character more than 40 years old?
Yes.
Does your character play in a rock band?
Yes.
Well, I'm definitely wrong with my shot in the dark.
Is your character the lead singer of a band?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What? Oh, you gonna take a guess?
Not most famously, but yes.
Dude, because this next question, you might want to wait until after this next question.
Okay.
All right. Was your character famous in the 80s?
Yes.
Yes, question mark. Is your character British?
Yes.
Oh. What do you think, Jafar? All right.
No, just let me. Is it Phil Collins?
No.
Continue.
All right. Is your character linked with metal music?
No.
Was your character already famous in the 60s?
Yes.
Another yes question mark. Has your character performed with the Beatles?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Ringo.
Is your character a drummer?
Yes.
Does your character use sticks?
Yes.
If he's in the Beatles and he's a drummer,
Yeah, it's Ringo Starr is what
Yeah.
it says.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like,
Well-
he is the lead singer of Ringo Starr and the All-Star Band. He's
Yeah.
not the lead singer of the Beatles.
I picked the wrong drummer. Oh no.
He's-
Well, you said it before. The app needed 2 more questions to confirm it, so I'd say you get the point, Jafar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
And
and was he famous in the 80s? Yes, he was in the Beatles.
Yeah.
Everybody knew who he was.
Bro, I was shocked. It's weird that this comes up now because I was shocked like last week or the week before when I was listening to the podcast, and apparently Ringo Starr is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's almost some Mandela effect shit. But then I realized why. Because I first knew Ringo Starr from Shining Time Station, where he
Hell
played
yeah.
Mr. Conductor.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
And then he was replaced by George Carlin.
Yes.
And George Carlin died. And that's like, oh, okay, I understand now why my brain got those two tangled.
I remember once seeing a clip of Ringo Starr, and he goes, "Man, the drugs, the girls, the parties. I really miss Shining Time Station."
Yeah. No, what it was there's been a lot of talk about how Saturday Night Live, I think they're having their like 50th anniversary or something.
They did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and there was talk somewhere on some talk show about getting the remaining living Beatles together for a
Well,
reunion
Paul
show.
did the last bit of the show
Yeah.
by playing the back half of Abbey Road.
Okay.
So-
And I think it was Paul McCartney that they asked him if he'd be willing to have a Beatles reunion, and he said, "Does it have to be all of them?"
He's played with Ringo a bunch, and they did a song together last year. Like,
Yeah, well.
they are on fine terms.
Yeah, I think the Beatles are the most overrated band in history, personally.
That
Go
is
ahead. Send your
clearly not
emails.
true.
Send your
Yeah, I
emails to
disagree pretty heavily
dominionmediatv@gmail.com.
on that one.
I'd never liked them, but
I mean, you don't have to like them, but you do have to acknowledge them.
I have no choice. I mean, they're not
They're responsible for so much of modern music that it becomes exhaustive to begin to describe it.
I mean, they're not as ubiquitous as like Taylor Swift these days, but they're mentioned all over the place. Like
Taylor
I remember,
Swift wouldn't exist without the Beatles.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's turn this about.
All right, let's talk about give us the saga of Mike, Joe, Mike, Tom, Joe, Mike, Mike, Mo,
Well, no, now we
Jon
have to go
Snow,
the
the
other way.
Crow, Joe Blow, Hustle and Flow, Yo Ho Ho.
No, I need to see if I can get a point here.
That was
Oh, you
too
wanna-
good of a
oh.
bit to waste.
Oh, okay.
I hope you can do that again, Vic.
Yeah. All right, Jafar, do you have a character?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if this will be able to tell the difference between Gandhi and Gandhi from Clone High, Jafar. Do you need to pick somebody else?
I am so called out right now because I was actually thinking Abe Lincoln from Clone High.
Clone High, is that a cartoon or something? Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were going with Gandhi from Civ.
No.
Or Lee from Civ. Okay.
Um,
Question number 1, is your character real?
no.
Why is it thinking so much on that? Oh,
It's a tough one.
Because
Because it knows I'm lying.
It's because my battery is at 10%. Okay, all right, here we go.
I know it.
Does you?
Yeah, who is it? Who
It's
is it, Ben?
Lise.
It is not Lise.
But we love Lise.
You forfeited your thing. Yeah, okay. Does your
right.
character have a human head?
Yes.
Is your character a female?
Female. No.
Is your character from a Japanese anime?
No.
Does your character have a mustache?
No. Although I would like to see both of those things for this character.
Okay. Is your character linked to a superhero?
No.
Is your character originally from a TV show?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Is your character animated?
No.
Behave. Okay. A character is not animated?
Not animated.
Not animated. Okay. Does your character kill?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Oh, we're at 40%.
I don't know if it's going to like that answer, though.
Yeah. Does your character have a sister?
No?
No
I
question.
don't think so.
I should have mentioned that probably not and don't know are also valid answers here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, probably not.
Probably not.
I don't recall.
Is your character Korean?
No.
I don't know what this thing's deal is with Korea. Does your character have a son?
No.
Does your character have a younger sister?
No.
Is your character bad?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Probably yes. We'll say probably.
I don't know. Oh. Does your character live in New Mexico?
No.
Does your character have a brother?
No.
I think you may have defeated this one. So. Oh my god. Hang on a second.
You got a guess, Ben?
No.
Does your character use guns?
I think like once.
Probably. Is your character from a horror movie?
No.
Does your character appear in the first season of a show?
Yes.
Is your character from a Netflix original?
No.
Does your character go to school?
No.
Does your character have a bald head?
No.
Does your character have powers?
No.
Has your character been into space?
Yes.
Oh. Is your character a scientist?
Yes.
We have a guess. Is it Rick Sanchez?
No.
It said not animated. What the hell?
This is why AI is terrible, Vic.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ben, you have a
Hold on,
guess?
so we've got a... Is it the doctor?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. We'll get 3 more questions. Does your character betray their own friends?
Yes.
Does your character have a robot sidekick?
I think the answer is definitively yes, but also no.
Does you?
Wait.
I hate it when it keeps asking the same question. Go ahead, Ben. Do you have a guess?
Hold on.
I feel like I've played my hand at this point. I feel like the answer to the last question kind of gives it away.
It's at 99% right now, so I think one more question and it's gonna.
Oh, what's his nuts?
Human space scientist maybe has a robot.
Yeah, it's Baltar.
It is Baltar, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it says,
Sky's Baltar.
Does your character belong in an animated cartoon? I don't know why it keeps asking the same damn question.
No.
No. All right. Wow. Okay. Its guess was Dr. Smith from Lost in Space.
I was thinking Dr. Smith.
No way.
Space. Yes.
I mean, to be fair, those characters are, I wouldn't even say more than cut from the same cloth. They are.
Are they?
There's a
it's-
lot of overlap.
It looks like the original Lost in Space because that's an
Oh, not
old-ass
Gary
photo.
Oldman?
No, I don't think
No.
that's Gary Oldman. I don't know if you can see.
No,
on
we
the-
cannot.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever.
Yeah, you
All right,
showing
well, that
us
was
your phone
fun.
does nothing.
We
all right.
we have defeated the AI for now. The Cylons lose again.
Okay, so when it comes to Viper, again, there's not a whole lot. I'm just going to give us what we've got for the season, and then I'm going to run through some episodes. Again, there's not a whole lot here. So a big thing, season 1, that is where we get all of our outfit stuff.
Ah,
The outfit
yes, I remember the outfit.
Does not continue into the rest of the show,
okay.
tying into our firm belief that season 1 Viper solves crime in Metro City.
Okay.
So in season 1,
Corey
I
Matthews'
have
dad.
I want to
Bites the
ask.
bullet.
We know from the finale that
Not Marcus, but
not
Marcus.
Marcus came back and was killed.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a guess how far that happens into season 1? I'm just curious.
I'm going to say that was the finale. That must have been.
Feels like a
5
finale,
episodes.
right?
Yeah.
5 episodes. 3?
3 episodes, depending on how you count the pilot, because it's a
The
2-part pilot.
two-parter?
There's
Huh.
another episode, and then we bring back Marcus. So he's like right back immediately, like he didn't have to unpack.
So he was only in a total of 3 episodes. What you're
Yes.
saying.
He doesn't.
Okay.
He's not a reoccurring
Wow.
villain. They bring him back right almost immediately.
Damn. Okay.
That said, episode 4 is where we get our first one, helping out a child. So it's safe as houses.
Yeah.
Joe goes to a small town and saves a child. So it's a small town defense and a saves a child episode all in one.
And this was not the same. Not the little girl that needed a robot heart.
No,
different.
this is
Okay.
before that. I'm sad. This is one I'm thinking is a high candidate for our Go Back episode. Episode 5, Firehawk. Because this is the episode where the outfit kidnaps Julian and forces them to make an evil Viper.
Oh, that does sound amazing.
So
watched
right
that
now,
episode.
those are I've got my 2 leading candidates for a Go Back episode are Marcus Returns episode, because then we get more Marcus, and 2 Evil Viper episode. We've got Wheels of Fire, which is another kidnapped kid, also super fuel episode.
Another super fuel episode?
Yeah, like the one where the kid stole the super fuel for the greasers.
Yeah, that's combustible when you add water.
We have past tense where a person claiming to be Joe's wife shows up. Which is interesting because Joe is a fake person. And so how do they be like,
yeah.
hey, Joe, she's not actually your wife because you're kind of Michael. Then we got Thief of Hearts, and then we have Crown of Thorns, where a visiting dignitary is killed by an assassin, and Frankie falls in love with their assistant. And then our show got canceled.
Such
So we
a
made it
tragedy.
12 episodes, and our show gets canceled. How long is it? We have over a year before it gets retooled for syndication.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
kind of helps explain why we have such a shakeup in our characters. Because our last episode comes out April 1st of 1994. Our next episode doesn't come out until September of 1996.
Oof.
So we miss our whole 1995 season. And so then we come back in season 2, where the Viper team is brought in. They are now part of the government working for the FBI. Joe Mike has disappeared. He's now doing undercover work somewhere else. And
So they just
Julian
put him
has-
on a bus. They didn't actually give him a proper ending for the season.
No, because
Wrote him off.
it was not supposed, like, episode 12 was not a finale. The show was canceled. And Dodge was like, oh, no, you don't. You do not cancel our show. We are Dodge. And Paramount was like, oh God, we owe Dodge so much money. we need to run this again. And so we come back season 2, where we have some other interesting episodes. We come back first, winner take all. So part of our whole thing is the government has the FBI has taken control of the Viper. And Westlake is just a cop who gets involved in a trying to pull over the Viper.
Wait, what?
And then while she's pulling over the Viper, there's a bank robbery.
Like for a
and-
speeding ticket or something?
And our new guy, Tom, he's a good guy. He's compelled. He jumps in to help stop the bank robbery. And Westlake's partner gets killed. And so she decides, well, now I'm out for vengeance against all crime everywhere, and I'll help you guys. And so she gets promoted to detective and moved onto the Viper team, even though she's Metro City Police and they are working for the FBI, which does mean, Jafar, she is their liaison between the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were absolutely right.
Oh, was that a prediction of Jafar's?
I think I just said it.
He just said it.
I didn't make it a prediction, but
Yeah.
that was the vibe, was that she was the liaison. So
We
feels
do
good.
get a fun episode, Talk is Cheap, where they have to protect a radio host from the mob.
Played by
No idea.
what episode was it?
Talk is Cheap. I'm
gonna
bringing
find
it up
out
right
real
now.
quick. What's the name of the character?
I have no idea, man.
Quite possibly, yeah. Looking at the cast.
A guy who's been in stuff. There is no recap for this episode. You will find nothing more than just the cast list on IMDb. At one point during season 2, during the new season 2 retooling, they take down the leader of the bad guy bank robbers, but his more psychopathic lieutenant, who's the one who actually kills Westlake's partner, gets away. He comes back. They take him down.
Yay.
We get another child witnesses a murder, and they got to protect him. Stealing satellites, just like in our pilot. One I'm sad we missed is Street Pirates.
Street Pirates, that was
Yep.
the name of an episode.
Yep, thieves specializing in stealing and selling high-tech weapons to terrorists make the defender their next target.
Ooh.
And then we had our breakdown on Thunder Road. Then we have Manhunt, our episode that was done last year
yes.
for April Fools. That is where a scientist turns himself into a cyborg. So we have gone way off the deep end. We've got gangs. We've got lots of we get, instead of people who show up who just hate Michael Payton, we get lots of spies showing up who were involved in Tom Cole's life as a CIA agent.
That was the new.
Yeah. So like we ran into the guy he knew who was his former partner.
Right.
So, was the CAA a bad guy for the season then?
No, because like one, he runs into his former mentor to steal a Chinese artifact.
Yeah, and then we got that episode with the codename Wolverine.
Yep. We do find out, though, that in our libertarian utopia, they have a cryo prison, which makes Viper canonical Demolition Man.
Hell
There's a
yeah.
cryo. Wait, is it like a?
In season
Part
2,
of the-
episode 19, Cold Storage, a dangerous criminal escapes from a cryogenic prison and takes hostage a former cohort who betrayed him.
Whoa. Okay, so is this? What I want to know is this cryo prison part of the government, or is this like something that some supervillain has in a secret lab?
I mean, it's not a... It is a prison, so I'm guessing some, whatever state Metro City is in, Neo California, has third-partied out its prison system. And somebody's like, hey, you know how we can store all your prisoners cheapers? Putting them on ice. No foods, no toiletses,
Damn.
only one set of clothes. Nobody escapes if they's frozen. And they're like, hey, actually, you know what? That's okay.
I read something recently that the first humans that were cryogenically frozen were recently found to be just like
Goo.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they had to be scraped off the.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
That's why you got to shoot yourself into space and hope the Enterprise finds you.
That's your best hope. Yeah.
And then we have Cole at one point had our season 2 finale. Cole has to fake his own death and then infiltrate a crime family,
Damn.
which is fun because that is basically also the season finale of a season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Then we get into season 3 where we get more stuff, but also now we have Catlet brought in. We lost Angie. Angie disappears at the end of season 2 and is like written off.
So she was only around for one season. She was cool.
Yeah.
I like how she had a new gadget every episode. That was almost going to be a prediction.
There's also
Mine.
a very funny bit where they have a whole thing where they are adding guns to the Viper.
Yeah!
There's a whole bit I watched where she's just like, all right, and Frankie, go take the 50 cal over and put it in next to the Viper. And as part of now why Frankie never carries a gun, he's like, oh, I don't know, me and automatic weapons, they don't go well together. And she's like, shut up, Frankie, just move the gun. And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, why are you being so weird? And as soon as he touches it, it starts just firing everywhere.
Oh my
And he
God.
blows, like, he destroys, like, the office space in their base, in the Viper pit. And, like, he can't let go of it or put it down, and he, like, empties the whole belt of 50 cal ammunition and
my
just
God.
destroys the place. And he's like, I told you, I can't touch an automatic weapon.
That's
was
oddly
very,
specific
very
there,
funny.
Frankie.
Yeah, so Allie's gone. We now have Frankie, who has gone from just guy, who's the guy who knows all the guys, to now I run the, like, I am somehow in charge of Viper.
Damn, he failed upwards.
Yeah. Sometimes
Peter
it pays
principle.
just to be the guy who's stuck around. But, oh, this is one thing. Season 2, although it wasn't destroyed, we have a new Viper.
Okay.
Yeah.
End of Season 3, that is where our Viper gets destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But we actually go through a couple of Vipers by the time we get to the end of the show. So if that was ever your vote or a prediction,
Yes, one of you
Confirmed.
guys made that, yeah.
I for sure did.
yeah. So for Season 3, we get some other cool stuff. International assassins are going after Westlake because Westlake killed her lover.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
We get Out from Oblivion.
Out from Oblivion?
Yeah, that was the one with the Wolverine. We get another episode where Viper goes up against a super motorcycle in Stormwatch.
Ooh.
We find out we have an episode that involves Westlake's mom,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
who falls in love for a secret agent. And they're just like, why is a secret agent falling in love with Westlake's mom? Must be something, going on here. We have an episode where we have a very special episode about drunk driving.
Oh, well, that's good, because that's a...
Because we find out, so we know Tom had a sister, because he calls her in the episode with his dad.
Yeah.
He gets in a drunk driving accident and kills someone.
Ooh.
And we have to deal with that.
Brutal.
We have a double whammy episode of a prisoner escapes, and they've also been exposed to a super deadly virus. And can we catch them in time? In one other thing that kind of would give us a clue as to what the monetary values in Metro City are, we have an episode where a armored car gets hit up and they steal $1 million.
Oh,
And $1
$1
million
million.
is apparently enough that is Viper worthy.
That's worth it. Viper.
So that at least lets us know $1 million is still a lot of money in Viper world. Oh.
Yeah, inflation hasn't gone crazy yet.
Yeah, libertarian utopia, fix the economy.
And then we have, and I think this is where we get a lot of those flashbacks from our finale, Double Team, where in a fun twist, Catlet and Westlake have to pretend to be husband and wife.
Oh, gross.
Which don't want to work at FBI HR for that one.
Right.
Let's see what else. We have an episode about Westlake's ex-husband
Damn, she's got some family drama going on.
because she finds out. Followed by assassins, Westlake's photojournalist ex-husband arrives with news that their divorce was never finalized. So, surprise, you're still married, and assassins want to kill me. The next episode, Westlake gets abducted by mercenaries.
Ooh, okay.
And then we get our season 3 finale, which is where a notorious crime boss makes a clone of Cole. So we get 2 Toms.
We get 2 Toms. We got Tom and Tom.
Yep, and they're trying to use fake Tom to steal the Defender, and this is where our Defender gets destroyed.
Oh, that's such a lame way to go.
And then we get season 4. Season 4 brings back, initially, not only Joe, but Julian.
Oh, we missed Julian.
Yes.
Oh.
So Tom gets sent away for blowing up the Viper. And now he's gone back undercover for the CIA. And they had to bring back in Julian to rebuild the Defender. And he says, only if you bring Joe Astor back. And so that is the story for why he's back. And then he immediately was like, all right, I've rebuilt the Viper. I'm off to NASA. Deuces.
No shit. Oh, that is so close to Viper in space.
If we ever needed Viper in space, we got a guy at NASA.
Yeah.
That
was one of the girls in the April Fool's Day episode. I remember someone predicted Viper in space.
Yeah. We have another small town defense where they have to stop some small time con artists.
They definitively solve crime in Metro City.
It seems like it. They have to break into a mafia conference.
I hope it's
Mafia
a
Con.
really. I hope Mafia Con is like really, like, boring. I want Mafia Con to be all like, go reg, get your badges, listen to speakers, like.
Fill out your spreadsheets and you can't buy tickets to it. You have to know a guy.
How Excel can work for use.
And Frankie's like, I love this place. We get Wanted Fred or Alive, which I just appreciate for the name, where they have to fight a ruthless bounty hunter and save a man accused of murder. Then we have the full.
Was Fred the assassin or was Fred the victim here?
I'm assuming the accused.
Yeah, okay.
Then we got the full Frankie. We've got Honest Abe, in which we deal with a former Israeli spy, and I'm sure that is handled with lots of class and understanding.
I mean, it was the 90s, so they were probably just a superhero.
Yeah. Family Matters, where they have to locate a cache of stolen diamonds that I'm assumed were stolen by Urkel. Let's see. One fun thing, we find out that Catlet's brother is a famous author, and that's part of why he has such a chip on his shoulder. Ooh. Everything we find out about Catlet is just so interesting.
The brother who dances is also a famous author.
Almost a famous author.
Yep. Okay, and here's where it is. People like us, Astor and Westlake, pretend to be married to infiltrate a ring of diamond thieves. That is where I'm sure we got all of those them cuddling in bed scenes.
Again with the diamond thieves.
Yep. Then we got Tiny Bubbles. An episode where they steal some criminals steal a super gun. Then the one I'm so sad we missed right before our finale, Attack of the Tekiya. A Japanese detective is in town to extradite an assassin, goes head to head with an international crime boss. We just missed our ninjas episode.
Oh.
And then we've got Split Decision Part 1 and Part 2.
I have to see how that episode is spelled. Attack
of the Tekiya. Teki-YA.
What in the hell? Oh man, that one's got oh god, he's in everything. I don't know how to say it. Hiro Kanagawa. He's been in everything. He's been in Dark Matter, Godzilla, fucking The Expanse. I think he was in The Expanse. He was definitely in SG-1. Yeah, he's been in everything. Damn.
All
well,
right.
So I got more points than I expected here. If I could just run through mine real quick.
I got a couple left open here. that we still need to figure out. Now, we talked about a bunch of episodes that took place outside of Metro City. I had a prediction that we would have more than 6 of those in a season. I wasn't keeping, I don't feel like I got a good grasp. I didn't want to just take the point. I think we got that based
In a
off
season,
talking about
I
it.
don't know.
You want to, okay.
Definitely overall. I mean, I'd be willing to give it to you because that
There is no way to know without watching a season of Viper.
All I said is that we spend like an X amount of episodes. Like, I don't think I was super specific.
Oh,
yeah,
about
but
my wording.
there doesn't
Outside
seem to be
Metro City.
a like we went to Phoenix for a couple of weeks to handle
Okay.
stuff over there.
But do we spend enough time aggregate?
I don't think so.
Okay. I won't. The CIA was not the bad guy. Did Frankie end up dating that Jill? Do we have any idea?
We have no idea, but I believe in love, so I'm giving it to you.
Hang on. I there's an easy way to figure
See
this
if she
out.
shows
I
up
doubt
in
it.
another episode.
Exactly. Yeah. Hang
I'm
on.
sure
What's-
she does not.
I'm sure she
uh,
does not.
What episode was that?
That was
Full
the
Frankie.
full Frankie.
Yeah, that's right. That was the full Frankie. And that was in season 4, wasn't it?
Yes.
So we had a bunch of people from the CIA. Did the CIA sex tape couple come back?
No, they did not.
Thank God.
They did not. So they were not
Okay.
an existing thing. They were not a reoccurring thing. That was the author's poorly disguised fetish.
Okay. I've got one more, and this one is from an episode we saw.
Okay.
I predicted that in the finale, the driver was going to die.
We
Now-
didn't get a
Well,
dying
I think
driver.
we had personality death of Joe. Because now we've got Mike who wants to be Joe.
But he has all
Not-
of Joe's
They
memories.
Tuvixed him.
They Tuvixed him. He's
Tuvix
more alive
dies.
than he's ever been.
Tuvix canonically dies.
No, Tuvix.
No, yeah, but in this case, the Tuvix, which is
They leave him as
Mike, they
Tuvix.
move him into Mo.
They leave him as Tuvix. So does
Yeah.
that kill Neelix and Tuvok?
Yes, which is why Janeway was
Which is
right.
so then the driver did die and I get my points.
No.
He did-
Using Tuvix logic.
Well,
No, he
actually,
merged.
I'm willing to give it to you because there was that scene where he was on the operating table and he flatlined, and I remember this because they did the paddles with the flatline,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is not a thing, but in television world, the flatline means death. The beep that
Yeah.
means death. So
He television
I'm willing
died.
to give it to you.
All right.
I'm willing to give it to
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Half a season outside of Metro City. I don't think the points are going to matter. I did not do well in Viper.
All right.
So, you want to, Vic, you want to tell us where you're at?
Well,
Yeah,
Victor, do you
okay.
have any question marks yet? I still have a few that'll. I'm going to count on your judgments. So
Whoa,
well, I
just
did-
Victor's judgments?
no, your collective judgments.
Okay.
Well, let me run through mine real quick first because
Yeah.
so my I started off great. I ran the table on my very first episode prediction. Okay, we did
Congrats.
see that Viper got guns. Joe Mike, Tom Joe Mike, Joe Blow, Jon Snow never had the same love interest twice. And so Metro City. What state is Metro City in?
We don't know.
We don't know. so I got 6 points for that.
If
we
Viper
got
had
it.
flown, I would have scored perfect on that first episode.
We got several cold opens mid heist. I had lost my point. Frankie does have a fully functional human sex drive. Viper did not gain sentience unless I'm
No.
missing something there, Ben. Damn.
No.
Okay, and then
Well, the first one did, and then it blew up.
did it?
No, I'm just. It was almost there.
You
If Tom
tease me,
had,
Ben.
if
You
Tom had
tease me.
just not fucked it up.
Then episode 3, I was out sick, and that's fine. I no points for me there. Frankie shirt change, definitely got that. We got multiple corrupt government agencies, and we definitely got 100% confirmation of Viper boat. So that's another hat trick for the Vic. I'm at 13 points so far. We did get another Viper malfunction. Ben, please tell me there's a train heist episode we missed.
No.
No! Did we ever get a villain that had some kind of physical deformity or disability?
No.
I'm willing to give you that point. It was a TV show in the 90s.
I mean,
happened.
there was
we'd
the guy who
have
turned
to-
himself into a cyborg, but there wasn't
Yeah, I
anybody
already
who
knew
turned
about that one.
their disability into
A
and
super
now I've got a
weapon.
robo gun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll give them that. We did get licensed music. Now Jonas, or what's his name,
Catlet.
Did he in your research? Did you find out that he had some kind of secret skill besides dancing?
No.
Nope. Okay. Then I predicted Viper.
And Catlet does not even get a characters page on the wiki. I can't even look for you. Guy was on multiple seasons.
Yeah. I love that in IMDb, if you sort by credit order, freaking Frankie has got the most episodes, 78 episodes.
He is the Worf of this show.
He is. Hey, I'm Wolf. It's all about honor. Where's Alexander? Anyway, so my next prediction was Viper explodes, and I remember I specifically said we would see it on screen, in which we did not. Viper
We didn't see it, but it did.
It did, yeah.
It did happen.
Did we get a new Viper ability in the finale?
In the finale, we hadn't seen it become a boat before,
Yeah.
but we knew it could.
It was in the theme, yeah.
It was in the intro.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm going to say no.
You say no? Are you sure?
Yeah. Because we didn't see a new ability between when you made that prediction and the finale.
All right. So I'll unhighlight that one. Background color, no fill. Okay. Damn. Surprisingly, I don't think there was a jokes on you, Frankie moment in the finale. Was there?
No.
They didn't get. He didn't get shit on.
Nope.
Yep. And my final prediction was Westlake and Joe Bone.
Not yet. They were on their way to.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
it
it's there. It counts.
All right, so that brings my grand total to 18 points.
All right.
Oh,
So-
okay. I'm at 17 if we don't count the season outside of Metro City. Ooh.
So I had
Ooh.
Frankie drives the car. We saw that. Evil
that,
Vipers. We found out about that. Viper destroyed. New Viper. We saw that.
Well, wait.
Well, we didn't see it, but it happens.
Did we see Frankie drive the car outside of that episode, though?
That I predicted that in
No, he
episode
predicted it
1,
before it.
and he drove it in the episode where they go back to Tom's
Yeah, his hometown. Homecoming.
hometown.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm glad I got this one. Everybody does hate Michael Payton.
Everybody hates Mike.
They
Yeah.
brought him back for another season, and everybody still hates him. Viper never kills anyone. They blew up a plane in the finale, and nobody died.
I will
No.
pull. I'm pulling it up right now.
No,
I'm pulling it up right
no.
now.
Viper kills people.
We never saw anybody dead after an
I'm pulling
interaction
it up right
with the
now.
Viper.
I'm going to that
Marcus.
episode.
He fell out of the car.
Okay,
they
that was
Marcus
hanging
doesn't
because
count.
Viper was grappling hook it. He would not have been in that position if it were not for Viper.
We didn't see Joe pretend to be two more bad guys. We did see Viper get captured again.
Mm-hmm.
We did get two more gangs with inexplicable gadgets.
Did we? Count-
Yeah.
Okay. List them off for me here, because when did you make that prediction, sir?
That was on season 2, episode 11. And then after that, we saw.
You made that one when they found the hot rod gang with the machine guns in their headlights, right?
Yeah, and so we had the guy
We
with
had that.
the knockout gas. And then he was working for a guy who just has a place full of spy equipment. That was his job. Is just I run a spy shop. A bug spray full of knockout gas is just random surprise.
I'll
equipment.
give it to you because the I think the episode, the full Frankie with the two lesbian the two girls who are roommates
Yeah.
own a male strip club, that definitely counts as a theme. They have that's at least two of them were in on it, so that counts as a gang, I guess.
Yeah, and then The other one was the small town where like they didn't have nice guns, but they had cameras everywhere, including catching Tom's ex-girlfriend hacking the computer by knowing the password is her name. Let's see, we got more cast shakeups. That was correct. Ninjas. That was correct.
Yeah.
I said Frankie is our.
Did you say see ninjas or
No,
get ninjas?
there is an episode with ninjas. I knew it was a 90s show. We're getting an episode with ninjas. I said Frankie is our last man standing. I think if Jafar is right that Joe Mike is dead
Westlake.
again,
Westlake was
Westlake
still
was
there.
not on our original crew.
Yeah, but when did you make that
Julian is
prediction?
gone. And so I said out of our original crew, Frankie is our last man standing. Joe is dead because he is now Mo.
That was no.
If
I
you're
think-
going to get
I
points
think
for he died, you can't
I'm
have
getting
it both
points
ways.
for he died because he flatlined. That's what Vic said. the point of contention wasn't that he changed personalities. I was denied on the two Vics clause by you, sir.
Hey, but you
I
got
got
the
points
point.
for the flatline. Yeah,
All right,
for the
hold on.
flatline.
Hold on. What,
He's still. He's
which
still
episode? Which episode was it that you made that prediction about Frankie being the last man standing?
That was season 3, episode 5.
Season 3,
And so I
episode
just
5.
said out-
There's 7 shirts of Frankie. Okay, hang on. There is a transcript here. I can scroll down and see what you said exactly.
Oh, I mean,
I can't pull the trigger. Hang on. Something. What did you say here? Viper has been hacked. Can't transform. Either of them. We talked about Red Dawn. For the recording.
I said we'd see one more. So then we had our go back to the hometown. I said we'd never see Dad again. Never saw Dad again. Didn't see Tom again. We'd never see the remote control again. We never saw the remote
Never saw
control
that,
again. And I said we'd get one more rural town defense that we'd see. We did not see that, so I didn't get those points. Then I said more surprising music. We got that the very next episode. Another crazy excessive trick shot because Joe Mike needs that to feel. That was what we got in our finale where he played chicken with a plane twice and then shot it with a harpoon when he could have just EMP'd it immediately. And then it ends with a drive into the sunset, which you guys seemed very vehemently against. Question on this one. We get another shootout where they don't kill the bad guy. The only shootout we get in our finale is the shootout at the very beginning between between Mike and Westlake.
Yeah.
And nobody gets shot in that.
Well, there was some gunfire exchanged in the when the boat getaway scene, and no one died. So I'll give that to you. And just while you're doing this, I found exactly what you said. You said that I asked, so does that mean that Frankie's going to be in the final scene with Frankie in the finale? And you said no, but he is going to be there with what is our Viper team at the end.
Okay,
So,
so Frankie doesn't get cut.
I vote you get that point.
Okay.
You get credit.
Then, and this one I'm gonna need. So that bar they go into at the in the finale. Do you think it sells burgers? Because I did say we see another burger joint.
No.
And do you think
No.
they sell bar food?
No,
No,
they
dude.
definitively
All right.
don't.
Okay.
I've been in any place like that. No.
No, any place with a chain link fence on the inside probably doesn't have a kitchen.
All right. And then I said Julian returns. We did not see Julian. So that is the end of the points for me.
What's your total, Dan? This is it. Drum roll. The suspense is killing me.
That's really loud, man. Okay. 28.
Oh, shut the hell up!
So if we take away, I forget which one we were quibbling about. I still won that one.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you won, Ben. You are due for a W. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Crack the champagne.
All right. So I have a question for you guys.
All right.
We're gonna come back for one more episode.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you guys 3 options. Do you want ninjas? Do you want the episode where we kill Marcus? Or do you want Evil Viper episode?
I want Evil Viper.
Evil Viper.
Evil Viper?
Evil
Okay, then we are
Viper.
watching Season 1, Episode 5, Firehawk.
Firehawk, hell yes. Awesome. Well, this has been a great season. I'm glad we got to get the Viper the Viper experience.
I honestly never expected this show to get chosen. I wanted it hanging like a sword of Damocles over Jafar the whole time. Like him knowing at any time if Ben wins, he could pull the Viper button. And then he pulled it on himself.
Dude, have you never met me?
It's just like, you are like the guy from Kong Skull Island who's just like, I'm going to walk towards this dinosaur with my grenades, and so it's going to eat me, and then I'll blow it up, and I'll save everybody. And then the dinosaur just tail whips him, and he flies into a mountain and explodes. It's just like, no, you played yourself.
Was that Samuel L. Jackson or was
I
that
don't
John
think I
Candy?
played myself. Eugene Cordero was in Kong Skull Island.
Ripe?
Ripe.
Sure.
Right,
of course.
thanks so much for letting us use Goon Squad as a theme. We appreciate the hell out of it. They're touring. I'm excited as hell to go see that show. You can go check them out anywhere you stream music and on Bandcamp.
Are you going to thank you to you, the listener? Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you'd like to leave us a message, go to voicecast.app/LTO. It's a great service. You do not have to sign up for it. You don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything. Just jump on over there, type a text message, or send us a voicemail, and we will respond to it. And if you don't like our podcast, then just keep that shit to yourself.
And thank you, Shay Wiggum, who is the guy who blew up Kong Skull Island. And thank you to you, the listener. And we'll catch you next time on Last Time On.
All the cool stuff gonna show you how.